Hello, everyone, and welcome to the complex on the campus of Coon Rapids High School's presentation for CTN's presentation of boys high school soccer. Implications for section seedings on the line as the 5-4 Anoka Tornadoes and the 4-3-1 Coon Rapids Cardinals hit the pitch here tonight. Howie Shapiro, a.k.a. Mr. Soccer, bringing you all the action. Just waiting for my broadcast partner, Joe Yun, to arrive in the building. And for now, you're stuck with me. This is a team in Coon Rapids that has lost their leading scorer, Gail and Tomway, to an injury, and so they're looking to find some other leaders here to pick up some slack and try and get some offensive production. Anoka, in the meantime, comes in after a tough loss, 2-1 loss to Andover, looking to continue, see if they can continue well in the section. Here's the starters for Anoka: Doya, Perry, Martinez, Urita, Guimont, Putt, Berg, Anderson, Elvig, Ryan, Neist, and Jake Peterson in the net. For the Cardinals, Achi, Moise, Gibson, Figueroa, Teagarden, Pasker, Zandarowski, Bauer, Lynch, Awanan, and Volker in the nets for Coon Rapids. And we're about to get the first 40 minutes of this first half going, as both teams want to get the win to keep their place in the section running, as the Tornadoes are going to get the ball first. Cardinals trying to defend in their back half, and they know that coming out here, they want to see if they can get a good, strong scoring situation going. Tornadoes trying to control it in the Cardinal end, as they're going to lose it out of bounds. Coon Rapids ball. Teagarden's going to throw it in for the Cardinals. Back to Figueroa across the field. Awanan is going to kick it out of bounds, and it'll go over to the Tornadoes. Berg controlling it, getting it inside to Perry. And Putt trying to fight a Cardinal defender off, but it will stay in the possession of Anoka. Cardinals have been actually shut out in two of their last three contests, so they're looking again. We talked about looking to get on the board. As the throwing shot from out front is going to go out of bounds. Will result in a goal kick for Coon Rapids. There you see the replay of it, just trying to square up from front of the net. Just a little bit too much on that, as Lynch is going to take that one out. Off an Anoka player, Teagarden's going to get the throw in. Looking inside to Madimba. Back to Teagarden. Over to Zandrowski. He's going to lose the ball to Neist, but nice job by Figueroa picking it back up for Coon Rapids. Perry controlling the ball. Gets it up top to Martinez, Urita. Gets it back inside, but taken away by Figueroa. Alex Figueroa has been playing well for the Cardinals, trying to get some leadership here going. And my broadcast partner, the one and only Joe Yun, is in the building. The sweat pouring down his face.
Speaking of leadership, well, I have just arrived. I would have been here on time.
However,
the CTN chopper was unavailable to give me a lift across town.
It flew Eric Strauss down to Texas this week. That's why the chopper's not available.
All right. But I walked in. I was actually not quite as late as I thought. 3 minutes of game time gone by. Not a whole lot of action. I was watching on the long walk in. A partial sellout here at the complex, and the parking just about as good as the traffic on 610.
But you made it.
It allowed me to get here within, well, I should have been here on time. Traffic was not great.
Well,
But let's settle in and watch some soccer. What have we talked about, Shapiro?
Well, you know,
Bring me up to speed.
Here's what we talked about, and we're emphasizing. This is a big week for the Cardinals because section seeding implications are on the line. Anoka is 1 spot ahead of the Cardinals, so this is a big game for them as well. And then they also play Duluth East this week, Joe, who's 1 spot behind Coon Rapids. So Coon Rapids looking to see if they can get some wins, a possible 3-4 seed to start the section playoffs, which would be wonderful.
Well, such a great start, and then of course dealt the devastating blow. But they've been able to win without him.
Yeah.
They proved they can do that against Elk River, and their one loss, their last loss, Champlain Park, 1-0. So this is a good Cardinals soccer team. It should be fun to watch when we get to the postseason to see where they are and how they perform.
Well, Coach Paco, his whole thing was they're looking for a new identity. After Ntombwe went out, who they counted on for scoring, they're looking for a couple of guys maybe to step up, provide some scoring punch.
This one comes back to Guimont. His shot ricochets toward the corner, but is going to stay in play. Bauer over to challenge, comes away with the ball. So they had tried to get a return pass from Gibson, but that's broken up. Cleared to the middle, nice redirect, but Volker right where he needed to be to make the save.
Just so you know, I just want you to be, as we take another look at this replay, just at the top of your game, we're coaches' interviews are back, Joe, between the half. So we'll be talking to both coaches when the halftime approaches.
Long clear in a dangerous spot, but unable to get the angle was Duya. Out the near side, Cardinals with a throw in just over the Anoka half.
I think the whole key for Coon Rapids, Joe, for the rest of the season is just getting themselves to believe in each other and looking for a number of kids to step up, but just believing that they can do it without Ntombwe. And like as you mentioned, they've got a good team. They've got some ability, and they'd like to carry that into the section play.
Throw in too far downfield, and it was right into a Cardinal triple team. But the Tornadoes will throw again.
You look at
this one a little too far. Pasker tried to play it to Figueroa. Back as far as Olwanen. And he'll serve it toward the middle. A couple of Cardinal players in there to challenge, but headed away by the Anoka defense. Figueroa comes back to recover for the Cardinals off a bump from Guimont. Takes a shot, nothing on it. Stopped up and played back up the middle. Duya's pass taken away by Olwanen. Tornadoes able to recover. Long through and sliding in to take it is Volker. Upending the attack from Blake Duya.
There you see the job that Volker does, coming and sliding out and getting that ball.
Quick counter again by Anoka when the Cardinals played it over the line, and they come to the attacking third for Strong. Quit is bumped, and it's out off of the Cardinals. Deep throw-in, we saw last time we did a game how dangerous a deep throw-in can be.
Absolutely.
Donnie Guimont will take the throw. A lot of pushing and shoving in there. Whistle blows as it comes back out. The foul will go against Anoka.
We were talking about Anoka coming off a 2-1 loss to Andover, who we just saw, and that was a tough game for him. Wanting to get back on track here against Coon Rapids.
Free kick, but essentially from the goal kick spot. Getting a good leg on it was Lynch, but Anoka able to turn it around and settle it. Perry tried to push it ahead, broken up by Bauer, played back to Olwanen. He's tracked by Perry along the right sideline. Lost out of play to the Tornadoes. Physical positioning everywhere on the field early on. Anoka with an advantage as far as possession and time in the attacking end. But just the one real solid, well, I suppose two solid scoring chances in this first half. Oh, this one tapped back to the keeper. He's able to boot it away just in front of a charging Sidney Achi.
Good job, Peterson, getting to the ball before Achi could get there, because Achi was speeding down the field. Almost a miscue by the Anoka defender.
Well, give and go, and now it's over to Teagarden here on the left side. He's defended nicely by Neist, and Neist will heist it back to the center field area. Zendarowski was getting roughed up in there, trying to break up an Anoka double team. Duya down the left side, stopped up by Olwanen. Pushes it to Pasker. Pasker trying to get around Guimont. Will fire it ahead, headed down there by Chase Anderson. And played back the other way by Thomas Ryan, midfield. Olwanen trying to slip it through on the right side for Gibson. It's broken up out of play. Cardinal throw it.
Coach Paco, he said, Anoka, if we play our game, they're a beatable opponent here tonight, and we just have to play our game. And they had a tough 1-0 loss to Champlin Park, and an opportunity for the Cardinals to try and get a win there. And they just want to rebound here this afternoon.
Figueroa running with it through the middle. Marked tightly by Guimont. Tried to play it back for Olwanen, but not enough on it. It allows Perry to come away with it. Blake Perry playing it back. Handled by Guimont. We're left side now. Back to the middle for Putt. Through ball will be headed away by Lynch. Cleared by Olwanen. Figueroa can't control. Racing with it is Martinez. Right side, Duya battling there with Zendarowski. Again, physical play. Back pass finds Teagarden. A little 2-on-2 along the sideline. Played out off Anoka.
That's what the Cardinals want to do. They want to defend wide and not to let Anoka get anything set up in front of the net.
Pasker challenged and has a pocket pick by Martinez. Left off for Guimont. Ahead in the middle. And cleared toward the corner where Duya will race. Zendarowski plays it out. Off the end line, it'll be a corner kick for the Tornadoes.
An opportunity for a Tornadoes to see what they can do with this corner kick. Number of substitutions in for the Tornadoes. Devin Barth, Moses Mjamji.
They just go with a quick passing play out of the corner, and now look for the back post. It was over the head of Devin Barth, played back to Duya. And all the way back for Thomas Ryan. His pass spun the wrong way. Achi trying to turn with it, lost. Back to Anoka. Here's Duya attacking against Teagarden. Crossing back post just out of the reach of Devin Barth out the end line, and it'll be a goal kick, Coon Rapids.
Another good opportunity for Anoka, as they just couldn't get it over to Barth in time, and Barth was coming in on the wing, just couldn't get there.
Race down the far sideline, tapping it back the other way is Eric Elvig. It's out of bounds for Cardinal throw-in.
There's head coach. There's Paco. A nice conversation with him. before the contest.
I would have, but again, the CTN chopper dilemma.
Well, you know, Eric Strauss takes precedence over you, Joe Yent, apparently.
Well, that's clearly the case. Figueroa
just follow the money.
Figueroa trying to work through a double team, broken up by Anoka. And the Tornadoes have done a great job of keeping the Cardinals out of their half. This part of the field, just on their side of midfield, they attack very tough and have made it very hard for the Cardinals to get anything going. Achi, a long shot on a hop into the keeper's mitts. Relatively easy save for Jake Peterson's first of the night.
Yeah, just, you know, Cardinals just trying to get some looks at the goal. There you see it, just as you mentioned, an easy save by Peterson.
This one headed to the far side by Sean Neeser. And Bauer will play it ahead for Coon Rapids. Too far. Thomas Ryan will play it back toward midfield. Stopped up by Pasker. Elwan in there with him for Coon Rapids. And his pass didn't quite have the angle back out of bounds.
Returning number 13, Donnie Gimon.
Well, it's all about finding that scoring touch for the Cardinals. But you had mentioned a good point. The defense for Anoka doing a nice job of limiting what Coon Rapids has been able to do so far here in this first half, through the first 15 minutes. You see it again, just a little bit of a push. Anoka will take over.
Boot headed first by Figueroa. Achi takes it on a hop, trying to settle it on the run. Good defense coming over by Tom Ryan. And Anoka going back the other way. A little too far. Bauer gets it to Figueroa at midfield. Tries to keep Martinez off, and Perry swoops in to steal the soccer ball. Coon Rapids not giving Anoka much space now as they get into the top half of their offensive end. Teagarden can't contain Moses Amaganji, but Amaganji loses it out of bounds. Achi along the near sideline, he'll lose it. It'll be Anoka ball right again. Beautiful day. As I was walking up, I considered sneaking and sitting right below our window here, and just enjoying a beautiful day, listening to you sweat, doing the play-by-play by yourself.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And eat some popcorn.
That's why you're the best. You're the best in the business. That's why
mingle with this partial sellout crowd.
Well, I know it's probably tough.
Great melodious sounds of Tom Glines.
Absolutely, the
over
best.
The PA.
Absolutely. But John, I know you
don't get that when you have the headphones on.
I know you when you come to the stadium, people want your autograph. It's tough for you to make it to the booth, but
hats
you got up here pretty quickly.
And sunglasses.
Yeah. And that
usually I'm the one that hey, down in front. You with the embroidered shirt. Please move. We're trying to watch the game.
Move that big head of yours out of the way, will you?
As much as me and my big head would love to continue to talk about myself, let's get back to soccer.
Absolutely.
Got some good midfield play going. Anoka is winning the battles, though, in midfield, and Duya with a little bit of space, trying to spin it back for Perry. It's cleared away, though, by Pasker.
Yeah, nice job by Pasker to get the ball out of trouble.
Out just on the Anoka side of midfield. And right back out again off Coon Rapids. Throw in went right to Zandarowski, and he lost it right back out. Anoka another throw in.
Number 18, Brandon Burke, return.
Gmont into the middle. Header way high. Coming out to secure it is Volker.
Well, so far, Anoka with the better chances here in this first half. Again, that one coming up high. Volker just able to.
I wouldn't really consider that a
everyone.
scoring chance. I wouldn't consider. I don't think the Cardinals have had a scoring chance.
No, they have not.
I would say Anoka's had 3 pretty good chances.
They've had
2 that missed the mark, and one that Volker played very well and was right in position where he needed to be. Bauer's pass bounces over the head of Elvig. He'll play it to the near side away from Achi. Cardinals again, another high pass, trying to get it over the middle. Chase Anderson heads it down. Perry a touch. Bauer there to stop it up one more time for the Cardinals. Pasker trying to control the ball on the Anoka side of the field, pestered by Anderson. Plays it back for Lynch. Lynch, little bump and gave up the ball to Duya down the right side. Lynch able to come back and recover. Good bump there, and they're going to say it was against the offense. Said he lowered his shoulder.
Yeah, let's take another look at that.
And
they didn't call that. I thought they would have.
I'm a little surprised. It's right at the end of this. Kind of lowers his shoulder, and we're not going to see it, apparently.
Use your imagination.
Back out of bounds. But he lowered his shoulder right there at the end, and I was surprised. Right after the whistle, he looked at him and couldn't believe it was an offensive, and he back kicked it back out of bounds, which you got to be careful. That's the kind of thing a ref might say, yellow card.
Might take offense to that.
But no such action taken by the official. He did give him an explanation. He said, you lowered your shoulder. Can't do that. Perry trying to get a left-footed shot through some in-tight traffic. Ends up out of bounds and a goal kick for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that time Cardinals defense does a nice job of steering it away.
Ethan Moser, number 20, Elmer Beggett, and number 56, Matt Wicklund.
Matt Wicklund in for Coon Rapids.
And Ethan Moser.
Yep, back in. And Beggett also back in.
Lynch boots it out. Perry first to get ahead on it for Anoka. And then a bump against the Cardinals. Played to the middle, headed away by Mosier. Perry had a touch. Neeser battling against Figueroa, comes loose to Achi for Coon Rapids. His pass deflected but gets through, played back into the middle by Wicklund. Madimba able to recover it for the Cardinals. Pasker now. Long pass right side, well over the head of Almir Begic. Long run, and it will get out of bounds in front of everyone.
And Cardinals not able to generate anything offensively, but give credit to Anoka for really not letting them get anything in close to in their defensive end.
Couple of changes of possession right at midfield. Step over by Neist, and then he tried to step over again. Mosier staying right with him. Those two still battling. And lost out of bounds. Throw in off the chest of Pasker, taken away by Neeser. Trying to get it to Perry. Figueroa there to challenge. They angle each other. Tornadoes able to recover and play it back, then a long pass too far. Owanen will tap for Pasker, and now back for Bauer. Mosier near side. It skips away from Zandarowski. There to recover it is Pasker and play it back to Mosier. Mosier's pass stopped up by Neist. Mosier kind of forced his way through, but stopped up by Neeser. Bauer clearing it out to the far side. Ryan back into the middle. Berg stepped on it a bit, but able to recover. Back for Neeser. That pass is tipped away, but the Tornadoes able to regain control. Owanen shields the ball, comes away with it. Far side, challenged and has it knocked away by Gavin Matson. Matson's shot blocked right up close by Aaron Bauer.
Throwing for Anoka. That went off one of the Cardinal players.
Bauer will play this one out, and again, it's going to be one of those very deep throw-ins. See how the Tornadoes decide to play it. Well, in their only corner kick opportunity, they didn't even really run a set play. A little give and go out of the corner that did not amount to anything.
Well, for the amount of time Anoka's been down in the Cardinal end, their defense, Coon Rapids defense, has played pretty well. They've cleared the ball away when there's a little bit of trouble.
That's out the end line off the Cardinals. We'll have a corner kick again for Anoka.
You'll see the throw in. Cardinals are going to get there first, but put it out.
Duya just barely missed the header, but it's out off the Cardinals. Corner kick goes to the back corner, back post. Madsen got a head on it, but not quite the right angle. It's out of bounds, a goal kick for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Madsen with a good opportunity. The corner kick was right there, just couldn't angle it in. And a Tornado player gets tangled up with Volker.
And it's going to draw a yellow card for Jeffrey Neist. Neist.
Boom.
There's the one and only Pete Hayes.
He wants a bit of an explanation, and he will get it.
Great guy. I had a chance to talk to him as well before the contest.
He's been around these parts a while.
He has.
I enjoy Pete Hayes very much. He is a fun coach to be able to work with.
No question.
And after the delay, we will get the goal kick for the Cardinals. It'll be taken once again by Alex Lynch. We still have an explanation going from the official to Captain Blake Duya. It was Duya who lowered the shoulder earlier. As we talked about, it kind of booted the ball away after he disagreed with the call. I don't know if that's the kind of thing that might have built up, even though it was against a different player. But the official decided to bring out the yellow card. Cardinals are going to have a free kick deep in the Anoka end. Well, not deep, but in a good enough position. They can definitely do something here. Lynch angled it toward the back post, and none of the Cardinals could get there.
He put it in
time to kick it free.
He put it in a good spot. Had a Cardinal been able to get up there, that would have been a good test for Peterson.
Be first goal kick of the game for Jake Peterson. out to the Cardinals.
And for Anoka.
Achi trying to work along the near sidelines. Zandarowski can't keep it in. Putt trying to get around the corner. And the Tornado fans are starting to get a little disgruntled.
Yeah, they weren't happy with that.
Well, the yellow card, and since then, 2 quick fouls against the Tornadoes. Yeah, that was a little bit of
bodied him up.
A little bit of a body check, but this has been a very physical game from the very time I got here. I can't speak to the first minute.
It wasn't until you got here. They saw you, and then it started to get physical.
Well, both teams marking very closely, being aggressive. Anoka able to control the ball and create scoring opportunities that the Cardinals have not. But it's been very physical and intense on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely.
Both ways.
Well, you know, both teams know that they're playing for implications for the section seeding down the road here in a short period of time. So, you know, neither team obviously wants to lose in this contest. But Anoka comes in with the 5 wins, feeling that they have an opportunity to get their 6th.
Perry trying to tap it past Lynch, not happening. Cleared by Mosier. Now played back near side, out off of Mosier.
For the Tornado, substitution returning number 18, Brandon Berg.
Brandon Berg coming back in to the action for Anoka.
Good throw in right into the middle, bounces around. Volker able to come out and swallow it up. That was played right into the middle of both teams having some opportunities to get to it. But a bounce that was easy enough for Volker to handle. Pasker playing it toward the net, and Peterson just comes in and grabs it in front of Alex Figueroa. A little too tall for Alwan, and Bauer will track it down. Play it to the far side. Teagarden out hustled for it by Brandon Berg. Played to the middle and cleared by Lynch. Pasker tried to step over. It gets through to Achi. Martinez there to trouble him. Ball comes free. Begich will clear it ahead. Figueroa a long run. And Peterson will come out and clear it away out the sidelines. Give his defense a chance to come back.
Oh, nice defensive play by Lynch on that last series down, and clearing that ball out of trouble. Well, we've seen that a few times here tonight by the Cardinal defenders because of the amount of time that Anoka spent down in the Cardinal end.
This one's out the end line, and Cardinal corner kick. Trying to build an attack out of the right corner.
9 minutes remaining in the opening half, still no score.
Right into the middle, headed away by G-Mon. It's in there, a big shot for Figueroa and a big save for Peterson.
The Cardinals' best shot of the best chance of the day so far, and Peterson comes up big, tipping that ball up over the net. Good scoring opportunity for Coon Rapids.
Kind of bounced around, and then the clear attempt right to the foot of one of the most dangerous weapons for the Cardinals.
Yes, absolutely.
And Figueroa just barely beat to the spot by the keeper's glove. Corner kick from the near side this time. Long, high one to the back corner, headed and too high, out of play off the upright, and it'll be a goal kick.
A couple of good chances for Coon Rapids that time.
Peterson's kick kind of hung up in the wind. Martinez had a head on it. Gimont angles it down and hands it off for Nieser. Oh, that's Duya, rather. Duya able to lead the charge through the middle. Pass a little tall for Quinn Putt. He's able to settle. Plays it back for Martinez, and Martinez. His pass a little wide for Duya. Zandarowski trying to get it ahead for Achi. Achi comes back to battle for it. Pasker steps around the attack. Gets it far side for Begic. And Begic will give it to Alwanen with a little bit of space. Long through ball, nicely received by Figueroa. Trying to run around the corner, a shot, not a ton on it, but a good run to the edge by Alex Figueroa.
Yeah, and last couple times down, a couple of nice chances, 3 nice chances for Coon Rapids. So you're going to see Figueroa doing a nice job of beating his man to the ball. And as you said, not a lot on it. Peterson had to make the save, but testing him nonetheless.
Well, and Yund officially.
Of course.
Coon Rapids has 3 shots on goal versus just 2 for Anoka.
Even though the Tornadoes spent most of their time down in the Cardinal end.
Yeah, but I would say Anoka is ahead in the scoring chances department, about 4-2.
Yeah. Evan Gibson back in for Coon Rapids.
Achi can't get to that one in the air. Played high and out of bounds by Eric Elvig. Begic tried to squeeze between the double team, but coughed up the rock. Good job coming back by. Wow, that's a call I disagree with.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's 2 guys that just got their feet
tangled.
tangled.
They most definitely did. See it again, just feet tangled up. Tough to make that call on Anoka or
Mosier had done a nice job to come back and get into that passing lane. And yeah, they got their feet tangled up. The whistle blows and call favors Coon Rapids. Battle along the near sidelines. It goes out of play. Anoka the throw in. Duya high pass to himself and a nice job cutting back against the grain against Bauer. Inside, Bauer able to recover and get the ball away at least. He goes down. Ball cleared out the end line by Mosier, and we'll have a corner kick for the Tornadoes.
Bauer did a really nice job of staying with him. And just keep him there. Both of them are fighting for the ball, but he's dangerous inside. They wanted to make sure he kept him away from front of the net.
Nobody can get ahead on it. Finally out the far side, and it'll be another corner kick for Anoka. And that was a scary one. That was a very well-placed corner kick.
Perfect placement right there. Just unfortunately, a Tornado couldn't get there to the ball, but you see there was a whiff by Doya. Another opportunity.
They play high to the far post. Perry tracks it down, tapped away from him out of bounds by Dennis Pasker.
Coach Paco talked about both of course, Figueroa, who's played well, and also Pasker as a couple of potential leaders coming in here in the second half of the season.
Header toward the net, headed back out by Alwan, and a chance in tight. And that one, I think, skipped off of the crossbar.
It did.
For Brandon Berg.
Yeah, it definitely did. And a great look inside for Berg. You're going to see it again. There's commotion in front of the net, but there you see it. Right off the post, top of the crossbar.
I think he hit both sides of the iron, side and the crossbar.
Yep.
Oh, so close to giving his team a 1-0 lead here in the waning minutes of the first half.
Yeah, it's time is ticking away here in the first half. Just 2.5 remaining.
Martinez has it tipped away by Pasker, but then recovered by Gimont. This is Perry. Stolen by Begich for Coon Rapids. Back to Pasker. His pass stopped up by Martinez. And now back for Martinez again. Right side, Devin Barth. Duya had it skip away from him. Pasker challenges, but Duya able to recover. Mosier knocks it away, but right to Martinez. Duya recovers. Mosier there to take it back for the Cardinals, but out in front of Gibson on the near sideline. Lynch clearing back up the middle. Stopped up by Gimont. Mosier. High pass back over the midfield line, headed out of bounds by Elvig. Throwing goes to Begich. Pasker back to Begich. Begich getting around the corner. Draws defensive help. That shot partially deflected. In there to break it up was Hachi, and it's cleared away by the Anoka defense.
Yeah, Anoka defense did a nice job of clearing it away. A couple of white jerseys, they're not able to get to the ball as we're under a minute.
Guess I'm going to have to give him a shot on goal for that first one. It got through. It was deflected. Hachi made it exciting. Keeping it away from Peterson. Bauer tried to get around the corner, make sure he got it out the sidelines, and he's run under.
He is.
And will be able to earn the free kick for the Cardinals. 29, 28, 27.
You're not going to keep going?
No. Those few who have stayed with the audio to this point will definitely have checked out by then.
Yeah. Hopefully there's some good tunes going in the background.
And hopefully they stick with the CTN broadcast in picture anyhow.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
As we get ready to head to the break. It's a 0-0 tie between the Cardinals and the Tornadoes. We'll get some halftime reaction from the coaches right after this. Oh, I guess we're not. I guess we're going to stay here.
Well, and Paco, I think, has forgotten because he's walking the other way.
Or maybe we should just go to break.
Yeah, I would think so.
Good job. We'll be back in a bit.
And we'll let you know.
Hey Rover, come on over to the Coon Rapids Love My Pet Fair coming up on Sunday, September 25th. There's lots of fun things to see and do. There'll be a costume contest for pets, dog training demonstrations, paw art, even a pet parade for you and your pet to take part in. Meet local vendors who have products and services that can help you and your pet. It's the Coon Rapids Love My Pet Fair, Sunday, September 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Riverview Park in Coon Rapids. See you there.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Back at the Cardinals Sports Complex, no score at the half of this boys high school soccer event. Cardinals and the Tornadoes. Anoka has had the better opportunities, especially early on. Good redirect in close from Blake Perry. And then this one that is slid on by Volker. That was the only shot for the Cardinals for about the first 30 of the 40 minutes. But they did get some pressure late. Figueroa, good chance right there. A grade A chance at the end by Brandon Berg with about 2.5 minutes left. Bounced it off the crossbar and the post.
Cardinals leading in shots on goal. 5 shot attempts, unofficially, of course. 4 of them on goal. Yeah, I think the biggest key for Coon Rapids, they've been playing well defensively, and with the amount of time that Anoka spent down in their end, and they did a nice job of playing the Tornadoes most of the time wide, and when they got the ball in the middle, they were able to beat the Anoka player to the ball and clear it out of harm's way. So I think Coach Paco would be pretty happy with the fact that there's no score at this point, but he'd like to see a little offense from his squad.
We will take another break. We'll be back. Second half of the Cardinals and the Tornadoes coming up next, live on CTN.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Back at the Cardinal Sports Complex, second half just underway. Anoka pushing it into the Cardinal end, trying to reestablish some sort of momentum. They definitely had it early in that first half. Coon Rapids got a little more time in the offensive end, a few more opportunities late in that first half. But definitely a game that could easily be a 1-0 game.
No question.
Duya poking it behind the defense. Volker comes out and slides on top of it.
Yeah, just enough on that ball for Volker to come out and get it before you saw a couple of maroon jerseys right there.
Bauer's long pass knocked down out of bounds by Quinn Putt. Right at midfield. Bauer the throw in. Figueroa off his chest. Tapped at by Gibson. Settled by Gimont. Left there for Putt. Back into the middle, Duya. Tried to go left side. Teagarden overran it. Amaganji trying to get it back out front, but lost it out the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Good boot again by Lynch. But Anoka able to quickly turn it around. Long shot rolling well wide for Donnie Gimont. And another goal kick for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, I was hoping that we would.
Oh, no, it went out off the Cardinals. Huh. It's going to be a corner.
I was hoping to talk to Pete Hayes at half and see what his thoughts were on the opportunities that went kind of awry for Anoka in that first half.
That one deep along the line, but out. Trying to find somebody near the back post, nobody able to redirect. And now it will be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Soothsay.
Yes, you were ahead of yourself.
Pasker able to break up that opportunity. Long pass Figueroa trying to attack from the left side, right on the heels of Elvig. They battle, a little pushing, shoving. Figueroa comes away with it, sidestepped another defender. This one cleared away now by Thomas Ryan, back to the side. Ganji gets it ahead. Perry troubled by Mosier along the sideline. Mosier, I thought was able to play it out off of Perry, but not the case. I think a little contact, a little push there. Yeah. They're going to call that. Give him a free kick now. This is a spot where you can be creative. Toward the front of the net, Bauer heads it away. Pasker able to save it from the end line, but Ganji shot up and over, out of play. Another goal kick for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, got a little too excited. Saw a nice look at the open net, or at the net, but just a little bit too much on that. Try to force it far side.
A little too much spin on that one for Alex Lynch out the near side. Good little give and go. Gmont trying to attack on the left. Not a lot on that shot. Relatively easy save for keeper Alex Volker.
Save for Volker.
And not much on the attempt, but early on here, Anoka looking to again continue that action down in the Cardinal defensive half.
Duya stopped up by Aaron Bauer. His pass broken up by Martinez. Kimont here near, tried to go to the back post. Off the hip of Teagarden, rolls in harmlessly to Volker, and he'll wait to punt. Too much spin on that? Maybe not. It'll stay in play. High bounce. Good one-touch passing. Almost sprung Quinn putt. Tornado's able to keep it. That one played too deep out the end line. Another goal kick for the Cardinals. Achi working one-on-one down the sideline. His opposite number, Thomas Ryan, now helped out by Eric Elvig, who's able to pry the ball loose for the Tornadoes. But in the ensuing scuffle, of foul against Anoka, and Coon Rapids will have a free kick from a really good spot.
Yeah, nice spot here. See if they can capitalize on this situation.
Top of the box, redirected. Gibson did what he could to get it toward the net. Not a lot on it, and Peterson falls on it to cover up.
A little bit of action, but again, just a harmless shot as Peterson, as you mentioned, falling on the ball there.
I think he may have hip checked that at him. Duya back the other way, broken up by Lynch. Martinez long shot. Mosier deflects to the far side and out. Dumont throws to the near post. It'll be played back to him. Recovers, top of the box, header into the middle. Bounces around. Cleared out, recovered by Elvig. And now Ryan battling with Hachi. Left side for Putt against Gibson for the Cardinals. Cuts back. There for support is Awanen. Here's Duya. Awanen tips it free. Putt into the middle. High clearing pass. Will bounce once and get out of bounds. Off the foot of Dennis Pasker. And the throw in will go right back to him. He missed with the Heel kick attempt. A long shot is just high and over the net. And a great opportunity there. That's another one that is just missed for the Anoka Tornadoes.
Yeah, he had such a nice look at that far corner, and he just tried to float it over the top of Volka, but a little bit too much on it. He's trying to put it in that far back corner. Red's in the house. He's all over the place, that Red.
Emont the throw in. Headed by Lynch. Putt sends it to the middle, broken up by Begich. Begich creates a foot race for Figueroa. Figueroa able to win it. Figueroa in. Tracked down. What a great defensive recovery by Eric Elvig. He flew back downfield to catch up with Figueroa and force that deflection out the end line.
Yeah, and he was frustrated. He had the defender beat, but you're right, Elvig just using his speed coming across, getting in front of that ball to kick it away from Alex Figueroa. But a great opportunity for Coon Rapids there. Couldn't get it to bounce their way.
Lynch, the corner, goes top of the box. Pasker can't get enough of it. It's not the end line. Goal kick for Anoka. Just about 10 minutes into this second half, still no score. Anoka Tornadoes visiting the Coon Rapids Cardinals. As we've talked about, always a Northwest Suburban Conference rival, but also a section opponent. And some serious seeding implications on the line in today's outcome.
No question about it. You know, the Cardinals come in with that 4-3-1 record, and you know, if they can improve upon that here tonight, that would be a big victory for them.
This one tapped in where Peterson can pick it up and punt it away. Brandon Berg leaves it for Putt. Now Martinez works it back for Ryan. His pass taken away by Begich. Begich pass a little behind Pasker. Back to help out is Amaganji. Amaganji leaves it for Martinez, and Anoka's back headed in the right direction. That one slipped past Perry. And now Mosier to Teagarden, and back to Mosier on the run along the sidelines. He's tripped up. That'll draw the whistle. Free kick, Cardinals.
And Coon Rapids trying to pick up their offensive pace here a little bit in the second half.
Lynch goes to the middle. It's broken up by Perry. Duya, far side. Stopped up by Mosier now. Mosier leaves it off for Teagarden right at midfield. He'll play it back to the near side, headed away by Ryan. A little heel pass leaves Ryan along the sidelines. Try to get it back to Putt. Skipped away, back to Coon Rapids. Bauer to the middle. Nice aggressive play on the ball by Martinez. But Bauer back in to settle for the Cardinals. Out off Anoka. Cross a little too far for Pasker. He's able to track it down. Cut back against Putt. Clear to the middle. Ryan is there. Figueroa settles. He spins to face. Plays it to the corner. Gibson running on. He's bodied off the ball on about the end line, and a corner kick for the Cardinals.
A little burst for Coon Rapids. Obviously couldn't clear that ball into the middle, but they will get the opportunity here with the corner.
Gibson crashing on the corner and doing all he can to prevent him getting in on the net was Quinn Putt. It leads to the corner kick for Alex Lynch. Good spinner. Pasker didn't get what he wanted on it. You saw him immediately put his face in his hands.
Yeah, he had a
perfectly placed, and he
topped it, I think.
Didn't get what he wanted on the ball.
Yeah, good opportunity for Coon Rapids there. And he knows it. He knows he had that good look, and I think he would have beaten Peterson if he could have controlled that ball a little bit better.
Teagarden running along the left side. Ahead for Achi. Achi turns to square up against Chase Anderson. Now plays it back for Teagarden. Into the middle, a shot! Oh, just missing wide off the far side. Great scoring chance for the Cardinals right there on the give and go.
Yeah, just a beautiful attempt there. Just too much on it to the wide of the goal, but Teagarden just teed off on that. Tried to put it in that far corner. You can see a diving Peterson, but it's going to go wide of the net.
This one's going to be out off of Teagarden. Throw in by Gavin Matson. Right back to Teagarden, and he sends it toward the Anoka net. Elvig clears it back and out of play. Figueroa in the corner. Turning to work on Thomas. Played it out front. A shot by Achi, and good positioning by Peterson. Even with the sun in his eyes, he makes this big save right there. And a shot in close.
Yeah, he's looking directly into that afternoon sun. Is Achi with a big boot with the right foot. Peterson, as you mentioned, angle is there. Cut it down, made the save.
15 minutes into this second half, still looking for our first score. Coon Rapids, a couple of pretty good chances here this last couple of minutes. But Tornado's still that'll get you one. Pasker, a definite body check from behind on Miguel Martinez Urrutia. Nice long shot, hooks wide, out of play to the Cardinals. Sixth goal kick of this second half for Coon Rapids, 10th of the game. Duya trying to work through a couple of defenders, finally pried loose by Mosier and cleared away. Now turned over back to Anoka. Martinez's pass a little too far from Nice. Martinez able to steal it back, play it to Guimont in the corner. Cross to the back post. And unable to get an angle on it was Gavin Matson. It's out the end line and a goal kick for the Cardinals, number 7.
A little bit too much on that. As Anoka's trying to crash the Cardinal net, trying to get that first goal for themselves. We're not too far away from the halfway mark here in the period, in half number 2.
Cardinals playing along the far side, or Tornadoes rather, playing along the far sideline. Into the middle, Perry is shot right on it. Volker makes the save. Duya right there looking for a possible rebound.
Yeah, he took it off the hand and couldn't control it immediately, but able to bring it in.
Achi working it toward the middle, cleared away by the Anoka defenders. Anoka building attack the other way. Lynch didn't get the turn he wanted on that. It's going to be a corner kick for the Tornadoes.
Anoka, number 14, but number 18, Brandon Berg.
Perry setting up as the Tornadoes send in a couple of fresh bodies.
Yeah, Puttenberg coming in.
Perry with the left foot. Hooks it top of the box. The header is toward the net, kicked up and over and out of play by Achi. I thought that was Achi that kicked it up and over out of play. Instead, it was an Anoka player.
We'll see it again.
A lot of bodies in the middle.
No question.
Okay, Achi was kicking, and that was the head of Gavin Matson.
Yep.
Gotcha. My eyes may be getting a little old.
Happens to the best of us.
Foul is called on the Cardinals.
That infraction called in Coon Rapids.
This one deflected just wide off the header by Matson.
Great opportunity for Anoka there. I mean, they've had some opportunities here, and both halves, but here in the second half as of late, not able to capitalize. We're halfway through the second half. Good opportunity there, just couldn't angle it in.
Figueroa trying to get through a couple of Anoka defenders, stopped up by putt, played out off of Figueroa, and it will be Anoka throw-in.
Foul on the Cardinals.
Here's the thing about number 72 for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, I was looking for him.
I was told who that was in the season opener.
Oh.
It has not yet been added to the roster, either that we have here or at the field. I was hoping it was updated online, but it is not.
So.
We will have to put that on our checklist of things to do.
Oh God, here's the list that long that list is.
Another corner kick coming up for Anoka. Generated a couple really good scoring chances in the last couple of minutes, just over midway through this second half. Another chance for Perry to put it in play. He goes short to the near post, and Volker came out to take that away from the foot of Berg, who was in good spot. Header over his head and into the net. And Anoka is on the board. The Cardinals couldn't clear, and the Tornadoes capitalize for the first goal of the game. Sean Neeser is going to get the tally for the Tornadoes.
Again, just a nice job, Neeser, with a nice look just up and over Volker for the goal, and the Tornadoes have been pounding away at that an opportunity here in the second half that gets this one to fall through.
Well, and the initial was a great plan, go to that short post, and Volker made a good play to break that up, but then it came right back to Neeser, and Neeser, what a great header, going away from the net and heading the ball back behind him.
That's Neeser's second goal this season. And Anoka gets that elusive first goal with 18-14 remaining in the contest. Now the pressure's on Coon Rapids to see if they can tie things up.
Played toward the middle, Achi can't control. That was broken up by Neist. And Anoka back near midfield. Oduya chipping it over the top. Give Putt a chance to... Grabbing, pushing, shoving. And definitely Mosier will be getting a card for the shove he gave. Yeah, that's pretty bad, though.
Yeah, it's the retaliation back there. Both players pushing and shoving.
Well, and I think had our main official been closer and seeing how bad it was, that would have been 2 yellow cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the yellow card is clearly for the retaliation.
No question.
He's got to explain to his coach
what happened. And his coach has explained to him not to do that again.
I think we got push-ups coming.
You should do that.
Cardinals have a free kick. You and me.
Yeah,
push-up contest.
Joe's record is 3.
Getting an explanation from the official. Well, you're not going to get the official to take the take the yellow card back. It's not like the official is going to go, you know what, you were right, no card.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think they're going to take that away.
I'll tell you, soccer referees are more willing to chat with coaches and give long explanations than just about any other sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
What other sport do you get that long a chat with the official after a call that you don't agree with?
Cricket, for sure.
Cricket.
But that's maybe it.
All right, now we're back to play. Alex Lynch. Good boot. And Anoka able to settle it and get it turned around back to Putt. Putt will play it out off of Teagarden and keep the possession for the Tornadoes.
Obviously, plenty of time in this this game left for Coon Rapids to see if they can get the tying goal, but we're going to generate some offensive chances.
Out the far side, and the Cardinals, how I need to get some possession back in the opposite end with just a little less than 17 minutes remaining.
Yeah, they do, and they have to see what they can do about keeping the pressure out of their own end first and foremost. Because Anoka's been doing a nice job of it really to start that first half, and then here in the second half been doing a good job of controlling it.
Long, high shot in. Volker has it measured and will make the save easily. The whistles have been interesting.
Yeah, they really have.
Because that one, again, it looked to me like Begic went for it and just kind of spun out a little too much, lost his footing. There was an Anoka player right there. But I don't know that he really caused him to go down. Broken up by Berg. He's tangled there with Bauer. Comes away with the ball. Trying to push it ahead. Stopped up by Lynch. Amaganji for Martinez. Stepping over against Pasker. Into the middle. Perry misses the handle. Cleared to the far side by Alwanen and out.
Anoka would like to continue the pressure down Coon Rapids and see if they can get a second goal and get a little insurance, a little cushion here. Goals have been tough to come by.
Lynch heads it back toward midfield, tipped along by Achi, creating that foot race again for Figueroa. This time it's won by Anderson.
Just a nice job by the Anoka defense. Had numbers.
Teagarden. keeping it in along the sideline, taken back by Amaganji, but he is whistled for the infraction, and the Cardinals with a free kick from a pretty good spot here. And we've seen that Lynch has plenty of leg and good accuracy. He can put it just about anywhere he wants. Right into the middle. Achi couldn't get his head on it. Comes loose to Teagarden. His shot may have even hit Pasker.
It did.
It's cleared away out of bounds on the far side. Decent opportunity for the Cardinals, but with a lot of bodies there, it's hard to get it through. It's even more unfortunate when you bang it into one of your own teammates.
Yeah, especially with a decent look in low.
Figueroa had it momentarily, back for Pasker. He couldn't touch it past the defender. Anoka able to clear it back out near midfield where Aaron Bauer will track it down. Ooh, a big overstep leads to a breakaway. Perry let it get too far away from him, and Volker comes out to take it away.
Yeah, frustration by head coach Pete Hayes, too. He knew they had that opportunity to get that cushion.
Just charges a little too much, gets tripped up, leaves Perry on a breakaway. You saw his hands go right to his face as well. Just let that touch get too far away and gave Volker the opportunity to come out and steal it from him on the breakaway. He had help coming right behind him, too. Pass looking for Pasker is touched away by Berg. It's Gibson that ends up on the turf. The whistle blows, and another Cardinal kick.
12.5 minutes remaining in this contest. A slim 1-0 lead for the Tornadoes. Head coach Pete Hayes was hoping that they were going to get their second goal and get a little breathing room, but Perry couldn't catch up to it.
Headed down by Pasker, but really nothing on it, and now we're near the net, so Peterson will just settle it, juggle a little bit until pressure comes in the form of Sidney Achi.
Peterson in no hurry to get rid of it.
Nope, clock is your friend when you have a 1-0 lead. This is Putt with it along the sideline. Runs into a double team. Out off the Tornadoes. Achi. Out positioned by Berg. Got it to Martinez. Amaganji. Had Teagarden poke it free. Teagarden along the sideline with speed there to knock it away is Chase Anderson. Teagarden, long throw into the middle, headed away by the Anoka defense.
Oops.
And we're amused by the easiest thing.
It doesn't take much to amuse us.
Let's see what happened here, but nice getting, or Oduya rather, getting a good talking to by our official.
I just pushed him off the ball.
Wasn't much to that one, but it'll earn him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes one turn a smile on his face, sometimes right in front of the official, and he caught you.
And with every yellow card so far, we've had a good long explanation.
Yeah, absolutely. Coaches want to find out exactly what the officials are thinking when they make those kind of calls.
Well, and I think it's great that they give them the explanation. I'm just surprised how long some of those conversations have been.
Watch a cricket match sometime, you'll see. Sometimes they even stop for a little tea. between.
Anoka throw it deep in the Cardinal end as time ticks down towards 10 minutes remaining. Tornadoes a 1-0 lead on a goal just about 18:30 remaining in this second half. Awanen got in position to deflect that one away. Shot attempt was blocked by Lynch. Cross to the middle, and Volker will come out and grab it.
Ten minutes remaining in this contest.
Good cross by Nice, but good reaction by Volker. So he had Quinn putt charging to redirect, other end, and right idea, but not enough on the pass. It's a turnover, and Lynch now is shot from a ways out as well, wide. Out of play, and a goal kick for the Tornadoes.
It tried to line that one up and test Peterson, but well to his right.
Boot picked up by Martinez. Pasker, a flying header, but it's going to spin out the far sidelines and be a Tornado throw-in.
Sounds like a wrestling move, a flying header.
I suppose it could be. Not in high school.
No.
Wrestling, of course.
I could see Fuchi Bang doing a move like that.
Oh, Shapiro. Bringing up Tales of Old.
Tales of Old.
Yeah, Fuchi Vang. I suppose that was probably 10 years ago.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Or more. We haven't really been doing this 20 years, have we?
Yeah, we really have gone. It's just crazy.
20th season of Cardinal coverage on CTN, and they still haven't figured us out.
Yeah. We still have jobs, so I guess that's good, at least for you and I.
Maybe we should clue them in.
Yeah. Well, maybe we shouldn't say too much. You know, these are the kind of things that bring things up and
Figueroa
bring them to the
keeping
light.
it in along the far sideline, and now loses it out of bounds. The defender tried to play it out off of him, and he kept it in and tried to bring it back in front, see if he could make something develop. Pass too far. Duya nearly got away with it. Lynch intercepts, however. Can't get past Martinez. Martinez taps it back. Pasker there to challenge. It's played ahead. Too far for Oduya. And Awanen will send it to the photographer on the sideline.
We'll have a throw-in with 7 minutes remaining.
Good arm right to the front of the net, headed away by Bauer. We've got a whistle in the box. This is going to be a penalty kick.
Volker saying he's going for the ball. They called that on. Did they call it on Bauer? Let's see it again.
I don't know. Sure how he
pushed him.
Oh yeah, he ran him over.
Yeah, he ran him over, but it said he's going for the ball. But he's going through the Anoka player to get to the ball.
And he will get a talking to. And I'm not sure. I don't know that I've ever seen a goaltender get a yellow card. Does he have to exit for his backup to take a penalty shot?
We'll find that out.
I'm going to have to assume not.
I would think not.
So 6:41 on the clock, an opportunity
Pretty
for
good
Blake
opportunity.
Perry on the corner kick to give Anoka a 2-goal cushion. He goes left and scores. And Anoka leads by 2.
Well, Volker's still not happy with that call.
Well, and I don't know that, well, now Paco will get his explanation.
Yep. But again, just tough situation for a goaltender in this spot. You got a shot
guess.
from in close. You do have to guess which way he's going to go. And Volker thought to the left. He went to the right. Puts that 2-goal cushion with 6.5 remaining. In a tough spot now for Coon Rapids, down by 2. There's Blake Perry. Got that goal off the penalty kick. It's goal number 6 for Perry. He's the leading scorer for this Anoka squad.
It's who you typically put at the line in the penalty kick sitch.
Ooh. Nice lingo.
You like that?
Yeah, shorten it up. It's the sitch.
The sitch. I'm trying to work some younger words in. You know, it's the texting generation.
Absolutely.
Got to short stuff up. Situation is a long word.
Yeah,
that's
so
3
sitch.
full syllables.
Yeah, well.
3 full syllables.
Tough
if
to
I
write
can get
that
away
out.
with 1.
So you drop the pen in that situation, like you're
that
dropping
sitch?
the mic, you're dropping the pen.
Correct. It's a pen drop. Emphasize my point.
Yes.
So Cardinals with the ball now trailing by 2, 6.5 minutes to play, and urgency is definitely have to set in now. 1-0. You don't have to worry until the final few minutes. You know, under 5. But
yeah, 2-0.
2 goals down,
yeah.
especially with the minimal opportunities you've been afforded by the opposing defense throughout tonight's contest. Urgency must set in, and it must set in immediately.
Well, yeah, especially here in the second half. Anoka's been doing a good job of controlling the action. They've definitely had the better opportunities.
Bauer spins Martinez around and down, and that'll get you a penalty every time you play. And this is a good position for the Tornadoes to get a free kick.
Yep. And again, take your time at this point. I mean, you know, why rush things?
Elvig will take the kick. Little chip shot toward the back corner and nobody home. Goal kick, Coon Rapids. Tenth of half number 2. That one bounces right back to the Tornadoes. Awanen plays it out, give the defense a chance to regroup. Imont the throw in. Toward the middle, Pasker got ahead on it. The boot by Gavin Matson is nowhere near.
Nope.
And another goal kick for Coon Rapids. Number 15 in the match. Under 5 minutes remaining now. Smartly played off of Devin Barth. It'll be another goal kick.
Well, time is definitely not your friend if you're a Coon Rapids Cardinal fan in this situation.
No, most definitely not on their side.
Cardinal free kick.
Martinez will work with it in front of Begic. Chibadad trying to get it to Perry. Teagarden disrupts. Pasker back to Lynch near side. And Achi with it now. Working against Ryan. Chips it ahead for Gibson running the sideline. Gibson trying to cross to the middle. Stopped up. And now cleared away by Gavin Matson.
Good clear by Matson just to get it out of trouble, out of Harmer's way, and you're going back up the other way.
Bauer steps in the way, but the pass still gets through to Perry. Back to Guimont, near side now for Putt. Off his shin, he tracks it down in the corner, troubled by Alwanen. And finally, Bauer comes in to deflect it out of play.
Substitution now in for number 4, Isaac Nace.
Isaac Nace coming back in, or coming in the action for the Tornadoes.
That one bounces weird, and it's poked home by Devin Barth to make it a 3-goal lead. Not sure how that made it through all that traffic, but Devin Barth with a gift on the backside.
Goal number 2 for Barth. Yeah, he just...
Everyone
Volker missed it, yeah.
Oh, they're going to take it away.
I can say it was...
I don't know what the ruling
sure
was.
Either.
Lynch tried to sneak in behind the defense. They got it to him, but good recovery for Anoka, getting back to challenge him. Both guys hit the turf, getting up to play. It was Alwanen, and now Alwanen to the corner, cleared away out the end line. It'll be a corner kick for Coon Rapids.
Under 2 minutes remaining.
Lynch won't waste time. Plays it high, good header. What a great defensive play by Eric Elvig, though. Standing on the goal line, he cleared that one away. That was a great corner kick setup by the Cardinals. Perfect header by Dennis Pasker, but perfect positioning by number 5 in maroon. Eric Elvig saves the goal.
Yeah, just a great job by Elvig to clear it away, because that was going to hit. That was going to find the back of the net. Preserves the shutout for Peterson.
I did not say that word with a minute remaining.
I did.
Cardinal foul deep in their end will lead to a free kick from a dangerous spot.
Yellow card issued to number 14, Quinn Putt.
Oh, Quinn Putt ends up with the yellow card out of the confrontation.
Isn't that an old Steve Martin routine? Oh, that's King Tut. I was getting a little confused.
It'll be a throw-in. Looked like they were setting up for a free kick. That's not the case. Cardinals poke it free. Out of bounds, another throw-in under a minute. And a big win for Anoka, as we talked about in the conference and the section. More importantly, really the section. This one headed by a Cardinal defender, and whistles blow. It's going to go against Anoka. It'll be a Cardinal free kick from deep in their own end.
It'll push the Tornadoes' record to 6-4. The Cardinals will drop back to 4-4-1.
Alwanen trying to dance around Sheldrew. Lost it out of bounds, but it's Cardinal ball right back out under 10 seconds remaining. Not the way they wanted it to go, but you know, that's the thing. When you don't have that top player, that go-to guy for your goals, and they got a couple of good chances.
They did get some good chances. They just couldn't convert
Anoka
them.
had better possession. They were definitely in the attacking third a lot more often. They put some good pressure on. They had a couple of absolute grade A chances that a crossbar, one just wide. So it could have been a much more significant victory score-wise had they been able to capitalize on some of those opportunities.
No question, but give the Tornadoes credit. They did a good job defensively. They really controlled the action down in the Cardinal end, and when they needed the opportunities, they made them count. And that's why they got that 2-0 win.
Yeah, we had no score until the second half, and more than midway through the second half before we finally got the first goal. It came on that great header back the other way by Sean Neeser, and a penalty kick with 6:39 to play sealed the 2-0 victory. They added one with 2.5 minutes left, but for some reason that one waved off. But a 2-0 victory for Anoka, and the Cardinals have to regroup quickly with another big section matchup coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, they've got Park Center here on Thursday, and they're top of the division. They've only one loss this season for the Pirates, and it's going to be another test for Coon Rapids as they continue to try and strive for a good position, a good seed in the section tournament.
Well, we've got some great things coming up for you here on CTN. A chance to see the girls tennis team against Andover on Thursday. Live coverage starts at 3:45. Football at Centennial on Friday. And then swimming and diving next Tuesday. Live coverage from Northdale Middle School Pool starting at 6 o'clock. It's the battle for supremacy, the annual struggle between the Cardinals and the Bengals. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from the complex, it's Anoka 2, Coon Rapids 0. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.